Hello, hello, hello. Tenza here, bringing you not much of anything, just me and Roy. We got done with the GB last night against the team First Nature. I'll actually go to their team right now to tell you the exact name of the people. One of them was Amplode, and the other one was Mateo the Goat. They are actually they're actually not that good at all. They're ninth on the ladder. They were 26-4 when we played them, and I clicked the wrong button. Shit. I'm trying to get it up for you fast, but I'm messing up. They were 26-4 when we played them, and I'm keep hitting the wrong buttons. 26-4 when we played them. Yeah. So they were 26-4 when we played them. After we finished, they were 28-6. It's Amplode and Mateo the Goat. I will link you up to their GB profile in the description. But so before I get into this, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. IP flooding, host booting, DDoSing, it's all the same thing. It is all illegal because of what you can actually do if you IP flood a business and you take out their business for 24 hours per se. I was doing research on this the whole time because I was on the phone with Roy because he couldn't get back on Skype. You can lose about $30 million if you're a large e-commerce company and they shut down your website. So that is the reason that it is mainly a federal crime. I believe it's federal crime. Just go with me and don't think I'm stupid, because I probably am. But it's a crime nonetheless. It's illegal. You shouldn't be doing it, especially on Gamebattles. So here we go. So I wrote down every message I sent to him, exactly how I worded it, so I don't have to keep switching off between sent and received. So, right after the game, I sent him a message saying GG. And then he sent me back, accept cancel, you booted me, LOL. So I said, LOL, no I didn't. I called Roy, I said, dude, I just 1v2'd them after you got booted. Because Roy did get booted. And here's where it comes, he says, I got booted off, accept cancel, I'll do what you did to me. Your partner is gone until you cancel. I'm sitting here, I'm like, alright, so Roy did get booted. He's not just being stupid. So it's sad that they were ninth on the ladder and they got 1v2'd after they had to boot someone. But so, I said, so you're booting him off because you timed out. He said, I'm booting him because I got booted. I will stop when you cancel. Don't cheat, dude. It's a game. The best part about this, I don't care enough about this game to boot people. Neither does Roy. If we could boot people, we would be so much better. Not even we would be so much better. We would have such a better record. But, so I said, LOL, so you're DDoSing Roy. He said, I'm doing what you did to me. You flooded me. Don't deny it because you're taking proof right now. We have proof of you booting. Roy told me he is having internet issues that won't be fixed until next week. Here's the best part about it. Roy lives right down the fucking street from me. I was on the phone with him the whole time. I read him that. He's like, I haven't told him anything. How can he tell him anything if his internet doesn't work? You two aren't best friends. You guys don't talk to each other. I said, oh really? And next week is your next GB because you'll have to DDoS someone new. I guess I have to wait a week to GB. Reason I say they have to wait a week to DDoS someone new, you do have to pay to DDoS because of what it entails. So, I mean, exactly. He would have had to pay to keep Roy offline for a week, and then had to pay to keep someone new offline. So anyways, so after I said that, he goes, you flooded me and won't cancel. You're awful. And now me and Roy are just dying laughing. I said, if I can flood, why are we 2-3? Why are you online? Why would I do it when we're up 4-2? So many questions that if I could flood, our record would be so much better. We would be first in the ladder. If I could flood, I would win so many ladders. I would probably have been banned by now for flooding as well. I've been locked out of Gamebattles once because I disputed when we won, and they said I disputed for no reason. So, I mean, oh well. So yeah, I said, if I could flood, why are we 2-3 and whatnot? And so he said, it was 3-2 last map, and you were probably scared. If you didn't boot, why not cancel? You played 1v2. That's some BS. It's actually not BS. The rule is, if a player times out during the game, he is to be invited back, and you will play without him. You're allowed to play a man down. The whole team lags out. You have to play, and you have to invite them back. That is the rule. They are to be invited back so that you can continue the game. You don't stop the game and wait for them. That's silly. That's their own fault. besides in the case that they got host booted, which he didn't. I'm entirely certain. Well, I know for a fact that me and Roy didn't host boot because we can't host boot. So I said back to him, we played 1v2 against you. You played 1v2 against us. It was fair the whole time. LOL, you lost. Get over it. The reason I say it was fair the whole time is because if you go based on a proportional look at this, they played one round where it was 1 versus 2 against us. And then I played a round when it was 1 versus 2 against them. Guaranteed the round didn't start 1 versus 2. It ended up being a 1 versus 2, and they booted Roy after he died. Therefore, I left it at, you lost, get over it. It was 1v2 the whole time. Oh, that's the one I just read. I'm sorry, guys. And he said, it was fair, you are stupid. Cancel, I'll let him on. If you don't cancel in 5, you are next. Cheating nerds. That's one of my favorite messages, actually, because of how he says cheating nerds after he's been booting us this whole time. I said, LOL, okay, I didn't cancel. Sorry, not sorry. He said, 5 minutes, you'll have to buy a new router. And I said, okay. And I sent him a message later, I'll just change my IP, GG. Actually, I said, I'll just change my IP. He says, obviously Roy can't, LOL, he's off for a week, and I might send a SWAT team to his house. And I have your exact location from your IP. I'll send a SWAT team to your house, too. 5 minutes from now, last offer. And just this whole time, me and Brandon, Roy, are just losing our shit, laughing our ass off on the phone at the absurdity of how serious this kid is taking this. You're not good. You're a 4K. Congrats. If you take rank into account, oh, he's so much better than you guys because he's so much better than a lot of people because he's a 4K? Okay, I'm a 23K. Roy's a 26K. Wow, you must be really bad if you lost to a 23 and a 26K. Roy, rank means nothing. It gives you a general idea of how much you play and how good you are, but overall, rank means nothing. I could be 1 in game battles, but Roy could have just made a new account, be a 200K. Fucking destroy my bumhole. Rank doesn't mean shit. So, he said this, I said I'll just change my IP, because that's really, there are different ways to go about preventing IP flooding. You can use a proxy IP address, which is not allowed on game battles, therefore I do not use it. Or you can change your IP address, which I ended up doing after he booted me once. So he booted me once. I said, I'm still here. Then after I said that, I changed my IP address. And he said, I'm not booting you. Somebody has to accept the cancel, which is actually a lie. No one has to accept the cancel, considering I denied the cancel. Would you replay third map fairly? It was BS, and you know it. I'm not trying to make your guy buy a new router. And see, after he brought up the whole SWAT team, I really figured he was, yes, he knows how to boot. Kid's an idiot for thinking I'm going to fall for, oh, I'm going to send a SWAT team to your house. So I said, it's a rule. You lag out, you get invited back. So I said, my guy makes $1,000 a week, so okay, go for it. He'll just buy a new router. Like I said, I'm lying my ass off now. Roy doesn't make shit. And so he said, why not play third map? We can play from 3-2 where I got booted. If you didn't boot, you won't have a problem with that, which is actually the counterintuitive, considering we didn't boot, therefore I do have a problem with that because we already beat you. You booted us after you timed out. Have a nice day. But it said, read the rules, it's your fault, you're on McDonald's connection and can't stay connected to me. It doesn't make sense. I mean, why would we boot you when we were up 4-2 third map instead of when we were down 2-2, or we were down 5-4 on second map? If I could have say so myself, personally, if I could boot, I would have booted you when we were down 5-4 on second map instead of up 4-2 on third map. But, so, he said, okay, cheater, your guy isn't getting back on. I hope you get banned. And I said, okay. I sent him a heart. We'll change his IP address, because like I said, he lives right down the street. I could just drive down to his house right now and change his IP address. But we don't need to. So he said he won't be able to. Sent me a heart back. I'm glad he shares the love, though. By the way, cancel or he's getting swatted. He lives in Providence, Rhode Island. He owns what? A cocaine drug cartel, a bomb lab, meth lab. And this is where I figured out he's just kind of spitting shit back. I'm fairly certain he looked at my, he looked at my shit, and it does say that I live in Rhode Island. And I don't know if it says Roy lives in Rhode Island or not. But therefore, through it saying I live in Rhode Island, he just looked at my account. Said, okay, capital of Rhode Island, Providence. Kid lives in Providence. Providence. It was NLG Providence, therefore that's why he's playing. He must live in Providence. And then Providence isn't the best, so cocaine, bomb, meth, all makes sense. But, so I'm like, alright, now he's just spitting back random information. I said, sounds about right, you know. We all live in the same place. It's all Rhode Island. He said, 3 minutes until I call the FBI. I said, go for it. Tell him to get here quick. So I was getting ready to get in the shower. I didn't want him to get here while I was in the shower. I wanted him to get here, like, right when I got out, right before I got in, you know. And then he said, SWAT team on the way to Roy's house. Who knew he was a terrorist? I said, you never know, bro. You never know. And then he stopped messaging me, gave us the win, and I'm fairly certain Roy's internet works again. It's just shit like this, you see how silly people are. So, I mean, players met Mateo the GOAT, that's his partner right there. And then the other one, as you can see in my inbox, Amplode. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Thank you for sitting through this 10-minute long video.